Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our monthly appreciation and ancestral service. We are here today to express our gratitude to God and Meshisama for the protection, help, and countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask permission to serve the divine plan for this coming month. Let us begin our monthly service with the presentation of offerings to God. silently while we have the opening prayer to God.
Great God of light, with our deepest respect, we have gathered here at the Morocco Association to celebrate our monthly appreciation service combined with our monthly ancestor service. We humbly offer you our prayers of praise and appreciation for the protection, help, and countless blessings we have received this past month, and to ask for permission, guidance, and inspiration to serve in your divine work of the construction of paradise on earth. Please accept the materialization of our gratitude through our in-person and virtual presence, our monetary offerings, and by guiding our relatives and friends. Please give us strength and wisdom to practice this year's guidelines in our everyday life. Based on the glorious and extraordinary teachings and attitudes of Meishu Sama, let us each develop within ourselves a faith that is both unwavering and altruistic. We aspire to fulfill our missions by wholeheartedly dedicating ourselves to the salvation of humanity and the construction of paradise on earth. May we receive greater light and spiritual strength to realize Meishu Sama's ideals in our hearts, our homes, and our communities, so that we become effective instruments of your divine light, bringing happiness to everyone around us. May the new age of happiness and everlasting peace, where love, goodwill, and understanding prevail, soon become a reality.
Let us take this moment to pray along silently for the departed soul of all ancestors, while specifically honoring the ancestors of members of our Miracle Association who have been enshrined at the sacred grounds, the anniversary of their passing being in the month of April.
Spirit of Ângelo de Queiroz Varela, Eduardo Felipe Avelar Rodrigues, João Amaro da Rocha, Charles Sibley Ferguson III, Yoshie Suzuki, Delva Adalci Leão, Elbner Rosaivio Leão, Francisco José Zafalon, Ana Rosenthal Ferenczi, Albert George Kronig, Domenica Nuzolo, Patricia Helen Nemeser, David Alves dos Santos, Regina Edna Ragan, Arioldo Grazi, Francis Gibson, Maria Cristina Jaques Bargoli, Juliette Pérez, Alfredo Antônio Silver, Policarpo Pereira da Costa, Margarida de Jesus Ferreira, Albertina de Castro Junqueira, Cássio Lúcio Drummond, Gertrude Ryan Holder, Edward Sebastian Holder, Gertrude Ryan Holder, Edward Sebastian Holder, John Stolpo, Alfred Cisco, José da Conceição Castella, Jorge Belo, Tanarindo Luna, Jaden Justin Torres, Joseph Chang Rosenthal, Rose Adler Gross, Maria Rosenthal Gross, Jarus Sundarahitananda, Mário Carvalho Dantas Cavalcante, Neivali Lucy Johnson, Kathy Scofftown, Victoriano da Silva Pinto Filho, Francisco Cavalcante Moreira, Mirai Miyazaki, Ryochi Miyazaki, Mami Miyazaki, Rei Miyazaki, John Joseph Bennett, Doris Matthews, Jorge Torres, Epifania Nunes Torres, Edenike Otumba Adenumba, Joseph Otumba Adenumba, Chieko Ito, Tatsuko Sato, Lorival Lessa de Moura, Amável Maia de Oliveira, Joaquim Bento Aguiar, Valdir Correia, Ronald Paul Ehrlich, Lúcio Reis Sobrinho, Juvenal Reis, Messias Uria Mendes, and Richard Starr.
Please stand and join us for the Amatunarito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the miracle prayer and prayer for ancestors.
Taka amaharani kam samari masu, kamurogi kamurogi no mikoto mochite, sumeki oya kamuri sanaki no mikoto, tsugushi no ibuka no tachihana no, odo no ahagi harani, misogi harai kamo, toki nari maseru, harai dono, kamikachi, moro moro no, magakoto tsumi kegare ho, harai tamae, Irome tamae, tomao sukoto no yoshiro, Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorosu no kami tachi tomoni, ame no fuji koma no migi furitatete, kikoshi meseto, kashiko mi momaosu. Miroku o mikami, Mabori tamae, Saki ae tamae, Miroku o mikami, Mabori tamae, Saki ae tamae. Oshie mi oyanu shino kami, Mabori tamae, Saki ae tamae. Oshie mi oyanu shino kami, Mamori tamae, Saki ae tamae. Kum nagara namachi hae mase, Kum nagara namachi hae mase. Miroku prayer. great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in
In accordance with your divine will, the long days of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all of humanity.
We
Thank you for guiding us to your divine plan, and for the privilege of channeling and receiving joy. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified, as we live your truth given to us by Mishu Sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light, so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized, with health, peace, and prosperity, a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light, so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
prayer for ancestors. Great God of light,
Bless and protect
the souls of our loved ones,
whose journey here on earth is over.
and as they continue
home, great God, in
circle in your light,
may they be raised to ever finer and higher states of true garden grace.
great God of light,
Bless and protect us all.
radiate our souls with your divine light,
so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan.
Please be seated. We will now receive group jury.
May God and may Sama bless you.
Your rape is now concluded. Let us listen to one of Meishu Sama's teachings.
I have choice. I have no desire to become a great hero, glorified by the entire world. I only wish to be loved by others. The sorrow and joys we experience in our lives are created by our own hands. Although I work toward great goals, I am careful not to ignore or neglect the little things in life. Any act of wrongdoing results in a negative repercussion. This unquestionable fact is called the law of cause and effect, and it is a spiritual truth. A human being can never attain good fortune and prosperity except by way of goodness. Suffering is given to us for some reason. The consequence of spiritual clouds accumulated as a result of this law. The only possible way to alleviate suffering is asking God to remove our spiritual clouds. These clouds can be eliminated by God's divine light through Joreh, which purges the clouds, the root of our suffering. Our spiritual clouds can be removed in great or small amounts, depending on the strength of our faith and the degree of our virtue. Those formed by our negative thoughts and words can be alleviated for the most part if we pray to God daily. But this may not be enough. Spiritual clouds formed by our negative actions cannot be removed through prayer alone. It is essential that we accumulate good deeds and strive to bring happiness and joy to others. Just praying to God does not bring us true salvation.
We would like to invite Reverend Michael Charney to share a faith experience.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to be with you today and to share this very special experience that we received from Maria de Concepcion Fonseca. She's a member of the Guarulhos Joray Center in São Paulo. Maria is now 80 years old. She's been a Joray member for 50 years. As a child, living in a village in the countryside in the interior state of Minas Gerais, she attended only 3 years of elementary school. Her parents, who had no education themselves, thought that simply by knowing how to write her name and read just a little bit, that was good enough. And so at a very young age, they took her out of school so that she could work with them in the farming fields. At the age of 17, Maria got married, and soon thereafter, she and her husband and their young daughter moved to São Paulo. However, the couple experienced many conflicts and soon separated. Subsequently, Maria became unemployed. Circumstances for her life became so difficult that she was unable to pay rent or even buy food. She suffered greatly and felt clueless as to how to deal with her plight. In 1972, a little more than 50 years ago, when Maria was around 30 years old, a neighbor who had witnessed her difficulties that she had with her daughter invited her to go visit a Joray center and accompanied her as she was introduced to Joray. Fascinatingly, the very next day, the owner of a restaurant where she had previously left her contact information appeared at Maria's house. He asked her if she was still interested in the job. When Maria replied that indeed she was, the restaurant owner said, "Maria, I don't do this for anyone, but I'm going to do it for you. Here's a month's salary in advance. With it, pay your late rent, and when it comes to food, there's nothing to worry about. At the end of each day, you can take food from the restaurant home for your family." Quite a blessing. Maria continued receiving Joray for several months, during which time she was invited to take the classes so as to become a Joray member. When she informed the class instructor that she could hardly read or write, the instructor began to personally invest in Maria's reading and writing skills while she engaged in membership classes. In January of 1973, Maria received her Oikari, Sacred Focal Point, firmly committed to introduce Meisha Sama and our practices of faith to virtually everyone she met. Although Maria manifested a great desire to grow spiritually, the road for her was more difficult because of her limited literacy. Yet she determined with great conviction to challenge herself and declared, "I must learn to read properly." And so she initiated her training at home, spending hours each day reading and working on writing assignments, which she would then take to her Jōrei course instructor, who would then correct them. Before long, Maria was wholeheartedly investing herself in reading, studying Meisha Sama's teachings. Wherever she went, she took a book of Meisha Sama's teachings with her. She soon recognized that every day her reading skills were improving, and along with that, she felt her mind was somehow expanding. A sense of clarity and understanding became rooted within her. Maria realized that she was actually dispelling spiritual clouds by virtue of her reading Meisha Sama's teachings. Over the years, the dream that she had became fulfilled. She was able to purchase land and a house. And with this blessing, she then began opening her home to receive people and channel Jōrei to them. Wondrously, her home's Jōrei attendance and activity grew until it ultimately became a Jōrei mini center. Throughout her long missionary journey, Maria has guided hundreds of people to our movement. And even today, she continues to commit herself to this dedication. Maria's life was utterly transformed after she was introduced to our faith. Indeed, today she can read and write. She enjoys a balanced financial situation and feels deeply happy. Maria's daughter actually attended college and worked as a bank clerk. Now she's retired from that career. She's currently self-employed, is married, and has 2 children of her own. All of her family members are Jōrei channels, and they're blessed with a home altar. Maria expresses immense gratitude for all the blessings that she's received in transformation. She continuously delves deeper into the study of Meisha Sama's teachings and happily engages in our practices of faith as she continues to serve in the great work of constructing a paradise on earth. Maria de Conceição Fonseca.
Thank you very much.
We will now have greetings from Reverend Romilson Cândido.
Good morning. Everyone is doing okay? I can see everybody looks so beautiful and relaxed. That's nice. Anna, I think I turned off the computer. Just to make sure that people online, they're listening. We are back online.
Yes.
Once again, good morning.
Good morning.
And the people at home, thank you very much. I'm sorry we had some technical difficulties over here. Just pressed the wrong button here. Thank you very much, Reverend Michael, for the beautiful faith testimony. You see, there are thousands and thousands of Jōrei experiences. Jōrei, you guys, you have so many experiences with Jōrei yourselves. And I've heard so many. And I lived so many also faith experiences with Jōrei that there are so many. And I'm saying this because I have a project that I want to create this year. We're gonna have a book of faith experiences, a book of faith testimonies. The book, not so many pages, but it's going to be a book. And do you know who's gonna be in this book? You. You will be in that book. So the project is to each one would would share your own faith experience. Of course, you would need to have a help, somebody to help you to write it, make it nice, and create that faith experience. Meishu Sama wrote a book called Saving America, United States of America, where he comes with many teachings. And then at the end of those teachings, when you finish the teaching, you know what comes after? Faith testimonies. One day I'm going to show you that. So I think we need to have some like that. I mean, I don't think we will have something like that. Book of faith experiences. So you think each one of you do have your own life and experience with Ray. How did you meet Meishu Sama? How did you get here? What was your first feeling when you received your Ray? What was your what was your experience channeling your Ray? So you can start to think about now. So when the time comes, maybe someone will call you and say, someone like me call you, hey, how about you? Let's get together and share that faith experience. So let's put it together, create a nice book of faith experiences by Meishu Sama's birthday, by December. So we don't have to rush, but you have time to begin to think about it. And well, one reason I'm saying this is because I want to hear more faith experiences from members from the United States of America, members that are living right here. And I love those experiences that I hear from all the time from Brazil and from Africa or from Europe, Portugal, but mainly from Brazil. But I'd like to hear some experience that says, well, I have experiences here from Elcio, from the United States of America, New York, for example. I want to hear that. What do you think? Can I count on you to be in this book? You can you're going to have a nice picture of yours. You can have a picture. I'm serious. A picture and the faith experience. So let's create a book. It's a project that I know it will really happen. I'm sure about that. I'd like to thank you and express my heartfelt gratitude for all your wonderful support throughout these years, and also my confidence that I can count on your sincere dedication and efforts to the expansion of Joe Ray and Meishu Sama's teachings throughout the United States and Canada. And our efforts throughout this year is anchored by the following guideline, as it was expressed earlier with Reverend Michael Cherney reading the opening prayer, when he said, based on the glorious and extraordinary teachings and attitudes of Meishu Sama, let us each develop within ourselves a faith that is both unwavering and altruistic. We aspire to fulfill our missions by wholeheartedly dedicating ourselves to the salvation of humanity and the construction of paradise on earth. That's our mission, to build prototypes of paradise on earth. Even though we want to guide people and tell them what we do and what is our purpose, but the best thing is when we share with them our experiences, why we do what we do. Miroku Association, it was blessed last year, as it was shared by Reverend Marco Negron, the president of our Miroku Association. It was blessed last year with the level 1 training sessions. We had this lay leader training program where more than 30 lay leaders residing throughout numerous states and provinces. So we have many lay leaders that took the course and they were graduated. And now, yesterday, we continued their training with level 2. And we will initiate the level 1 training leader training program that will start on June this year. A new group will start. So we are very happy about that. And the majority of these participants, they are already actively dedicating themselves as a group leaders, often sponsoring Joy gatherings in public places, as well as regularly inviting their friends and families to home gatherings. So they're doing a very nice job. Some of them studying Ikebana and practicing nature farming. During the lay leader training session, we emphasized the importance of studying Meishu Sama's teachings, and we just heard a beautiful faith experience about this lady that she didn't write just a little bit, and she really did the best effort to read the teachings of Meishu Sama, and so many blessings occurred. So that's why I'd like to share with you a quote from Meishu Sama about teachings of Meishu Sama. Meishu Sama says, "Our teachings are revelations given directly to me by God. Therefore, the vibrations of the written words in our books and articles are very high. So those who read them receive the divine light through their eyes, with the same effect as that obtained by receiving direct Jorei. So the more these teachings are read, the more the spiritual clouds of readers can be dispelled. So they then become increasingly aware of the deeper meaning in the words, in their understanding is expanded. So reading the teachings regularly provides a stronger awareness and inspires a greater faith with every study period. The vibrations from God's revelations will fill one's being with gratitude and ever-growing desire to serve. Such is the power of the written word." Those are Meishu Sama's words. Now, because of many of our members are residing in areas where there is no Jorei Center, you are actually very fortunate that you are close to a place where we can get together. We have a Jorei Center, but there are many members, they live in places, nothing, they don't have Jorei Center. Or even they may not have the blessing of having a family member or roommate who is a Jorei member. You might think that these members are only able to receive the divine light by channeling self-Jorei. We always tell, well, you don't have a Jorei Center. Then you channel yourself Jorei. You'll be okay. But this is not true. Why? Because we have just heard that we can receive Jorei by virtue of reading Meishu Sama's teachings. So when you read the teaching of Meishu Sama, you will receive light through the eyes. Consequently, I strongly encourage each one of you to study Meishu Sama's teachings. If you don't have the book, buy them. We have the Miroku Shopee right there. You get the book, or you buy ebooks online, but read the teachings of Meishu Sama when you're going through some difficulty so that you can have light and purify our spiritual clouds. Okay? Read them over and over again so that you can too get inspiration from these divine writings, as revealed by Meishu Sama, and receive greater light. Now, this practice will serve dramatically to eliminate the spiritual clouds and to facilitate in your lives the opening of many doors. Indeed, the pathway graced by health, peace, and prosperity. You can only believe that if you do it. You try it. Every day you open the book and you read one page, couple of minutes or an hour. For example, the lay leader, all those lay leaders, it was suggested by Reverend Marco that a typical member should make an effort to study the teachings for at least 30 minutes every day. So you're supposed 30 minutes, you open the book and you study 30 minutes. That's important. Now, for the leaders, it's 45 minutes, okay? So 45. You read more, a little more. And he said that for ministers is 1 hour every day. It's okay. We can do that. It's receiving Jorei 1 hour. Have you ever experienced receiving 1 hour Jorei? It's wonderful, right? Yeah. 1 hour Jorei. You sit down and receive 1 hour Jorei. Or you channel 1 hour Jorei. It's beautiful. Yeah. Not just because you fall asleep, not that. Because you are actually purifying lots of spiritual clouds. I know you. Some people, they are very tired. They say, "Can I have 1 hour Jorei?" I know that you want to sleep, right? It's okay. You are receiving Jorei. Your ancestors are receiving Jorei. Yeah. Reading the teachings of Meishu Sama really helps you to develop more and more and more your wisdom, the way how you see things, how you can transform your life. So that's why today I really recommend you to continue this study of Meishu Sama's teachings as much as you can. Some people, they ask me, I have my friend that I would like to bring them and guide them to Jorei, but once they come here, how do I know they are ready to become a member? They are ready to join our purpose and our organization and do nature farming or the arts and I always tell them, well, don't worry about that. There are 3 things that are important though when they come in. When the people come in and to see you or come to the Jorei Center, after receiving Jorei, if they say, oh, this is beautiful, I have my friend, can I bring them also? Because he needs Jorei too. So this person is ready to become a member. He's great because he's thinking of guiding someone. He's thinking of helping someone. This is one reason why this person is ready to become a member. And another reason is when they come receive Jorei, after Jorei they say, wow, I like it, this is wonderful. Do you have anything, any materials for me to read and learn? And I want to know more about this. He's ready to become a member because he wants to go deep and study and really be committed. But he knows he needs to read it. So this is another way to find out if your friend or your loved one, somebody wants to become a member. Another way, the third way to know if they're ready to become a member is after they receive Jorei, they come and ask you, oh, thank you, this was so wonderful. Is there any way I can appreciate, or can I give or donate or something? They're ready to become a member because they have appreciation for that. So, now, when you see this, so you see, oh, this person is ready. Some people, they don't show that, even though they have that feeling inside. That's where the teaching comes on. You always tell them, why don't you read the teachings and help to raise your spiritual level? So I encourage you to do this every time, every day when you can. So the idea of the book is the real deal. I really would like you to help me to do this project. This project is going to be for us here in the New York area. That's New York, Atlanta, Georgia, New Jersey, Connecticut, Washington, D.C. So we are all getting together to do this. But I think most of our faith experience will be coming from here, from you. So that's why. I am I'm humbly to say I'm the vice president of this organization and also the chief of the expansion department. So I wanted this to be not only a New York project, but also for the entire country so that we can have more people, people from LA, from Florida, from many other parts of the country, so they can also be part of this project. But we start from here. We start here in New York. So I want to hear when I see Reverend Michael joining here, he doesn't have to read from Brazil, but he will say, for the United States of America, I have a Jonko experience. Okay. So with this, I'd like to thank you all so much for today, and let's enjoy Jorei after the service. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
This concludes our service today. Thank you very much much for joining us. We wish you a blessed day.
That's amazing.
There is one announcement she
May I
wants
have
to
announcement?
announce.
May I have announcement? Please, so I have raffle for the Sangets activity, it's coming June. Exhibition, small exhibition for the yours, gonna get the new base summit calligraphy and then enjoy with flowers. So I appreciate if you wanna join the iPad raffle. This is from Orlando is the instructor is doing. So if you wanna play today, I gotta collect the money and I will give the number later. And then they pick the number is May 14th, 11 a.m. If you wanna join the service over there that has a Facebook service, I think online service there. If you're interested, so Mr. Homison will give you the information. And if you can't pay now, maybe you can, later on until May 14th. So you can give me or Simone or Mr. Homison or you can directly send to the $10. So that's one ticket is $10. You can of course get the 100 ticket, no problem. So think, please join those, for the fundraising. So if you, please, right after the service is acceptable or later on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hey, Giselle, thank you very much for today.
Thank you so
How are you?